أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق والصلاة والسلام على النبي الأمي الدافع جيشات الأباطيل والدامغ صولات الأذاليل أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. We are all gathered here to commemorate the birth of our 11th Imam, Imam Hassan Al-Hadi Al-Askari. And I will try to present some of the things which I found interesting and which must be known to all of you, but consider it a refresher even for myself. So, our 11th Imam, he was born on, there are different riwayats, it says 8th of Rabiul Thani and also 10th of Rabiul Thani, and in the year 232 Hijri. And his martyrdom is on 8th of Rabiul Awwal, 260 Hijri. So his total age, just so that we get a picture of the time of our Imams. His age was 28. He was just 28 years old when he was martyred. And also, his term of Imamah was just 6 years. The 10th Imam, Imam Ali ibn Muhammad, he was martyred in 254 Hijri. So from 254 to 260 Hijri, his period of imamah was just 6 years. And during the 6 years, he had a lot of responsibilities to take care of, a lot of troubles to face. And number one is that it was during his time and the time of our 10th Imam that using a very commonly used term, the market was flooded with ahadith of Rasulullah, most of them not true. The Sahah Sitta were compiled during the times of these two Imams, the 10th Imam and 11th Imam. Now, this is an interesting fact if we, just to consider and out of curiosity, is that the fiqh was developed during the time of 6th Imam. All the four fuqaha that they have, Abu Hanifa, Malik, and Shafi'i, and Ahmed ibn Hanbal, they all came during the time of 5th and 6th Imam. And I have no idea what they used to base their rulings on, because the ahadith were compiled in the times of our 10th and 11th Imam. So it is almost like putting the cart before the horse here. But coming back to our 11th Imam, so Imam had this responsibility of looking into all the writings that had been compiled by the Mu'mineen, by the Shia up to his time, make sure that the ahadith included there were authentic, read them and authenticate them. And then, because remember one thing, that our 11th Imam was also preparing for the time of Ghaibah. So, and also during the time of our 11th Imam, tafsir of Quran also was compiled under the supervision of our Imam, even though it is called a tafsir Al-Askari, but our scholars have said that it was not compiled by Imam himself, but Imam did supervise it. And most of it is lost now, only a little part of it is available, and it has been translated into different languages, English and Urdu and everything. So, on the one hand, the Imam had these responsibilities of authenticating the ahadith of Rasulullah and preparing those books and everything for the time, for the coming times of ghaiba. The second thing was that Imam also had to prepare the community, prepare the mu'mineen for this period of ghaiba when they would not have an Imam. Salawat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. So, Imam also had to prepare the community so that they were ready for the time of ghaiba, and so that it was a smooth transition and people would not be led astray as far as fiqhi rulings were concerned. So Imam encouraged the people who came to him with questions. Imam encouraged those people to go to different scholars of his time, his companions on whom Imam had trust. He encouraged these people to go to them and ask them questions. So Imam was developing this thing there. And also, Imam, there is I would like to present a couple of things about this Imam before I end my talk. One of Imam's companions and one of his most authentic Ravi is Abu Hashim, who is actually related to Imam in a way that he was a great-grandson of our sixth Imam. And we have, in our books of ahadith, we have lots of ahadith of the 11th Imam as narrated by Abu Hashim. Abu Hashim narrates one incident that at one time he wrote a letter to the Imam, but at that time Abu Hashim says that I was undergoing some troubles, but I did not write about my troubles to the Imam. When Imam sent the reply to my letter, in addition to the reply, he said that Abu Hashim, you had troubles and you wanted to tell me about the troubles, but you did not. And here is I'm sending you some money to take care of your troubles. But remember that whenever you face any trouble, bring that to us. We are here to help you. So this is a lesson to us. Anytime we run into any trouble, we need to ask the Imams. Of course, we know that Imam has ilmul ghaib. He knows without saying what is happening in the world. But still, it is necessary that we ask the Imam. That is also the philosophy behind dua. Allah, of course, knows everything, but still Allah tells us to ask Him, to ask dua. So the same way, our 11th Imam has taught us that anytime you face any trouble, bring it to the Imam of your times. So we have the Imam of our times. Even though he is in ghaiba, but you can still bring our troubles to him. Now, one interesting fact is that on 15th of Shaban, we write this ariza for our 12th Imam. This also was first initiated by the 11th Imam. The 11th Imam told to one of his companions, Ahmed ibn Ishaq, that whenever you are in trouble, write a letter to us and keep that letter somewhere. Hide it or put it in water or bury it in the mud. We will get that letter and we will solve your problems. So on this note, talking about ariza, talking about Imam of our times, talking about bringing our Imam, our troubles, this is a good time to end my talk by congratulating the Imam, presenting our tahniya and tabrikat to our 12th Imam on the occasion of the birth of his father, Imam Hassan Al-Askari. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.